So I was scrolling through YouTube today, as one does, and I found one of those how it's made videos, and I was so excited. I don't know why I like them. Don't ask. Stop asking questions. Well, this wasn't one of those. It's called how it's actually made. And I thought, you know, maybe this just gets like down into the nitty gritty of how it's made. I just want to show you what I experienced, and then you'll understand why it's so funny to me. You just need to see it. Pre-warning, I have seen this, not all the way through, but I watched enough of it to know that I love it. And then I also watched a couple of the other videos, but only a little bit of them. I tried not to finich them so I could get like a live react. Either way, let's jump right into it. All right, so it's how it's actually made. Wet dry vacuums. It's already funny. It's already funny. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it together. See that? See how quick I zoned that in?
You can use a wet dry vacuum both inside and out to clean up messes that an ordinary cleaner can't handle. This powerful picker-upper can suction everything from leaves to small pieces of wood. And if you remove the filter bag from the tank, it can be used as a fetish device.
Yeah, you heard that right. So I just figured it was like a script error, or maybe it was a slip up. So I went back and re-listened to it.
Filter bag from the tank, it can be used as a fetish device.
Yep, that's what he said.
A wet dry vacuum is like...
So to this point, I was like, okay, this obviously isn't a real video. It has to be a joke,
Wait,
right?
Yet can handle heavy-duty pickups that would ruin an ordinary vacuum cleaner. Most components of the vacuum are made of plastic. This machine uses molds and molten plastic to produce them.
This is completely normal.
A robot dumps the finished parts onto a conveyor belt, where they do their best impression of bumper cars. All the vacuum's parts are made using slave labor from China, except that
It was at this exact moment I realized it's a bit. I'm not proud to say it took me that long. I was disappointed because I was ready. I was like, I use shop vacs. Tell me how they work. And now I'm like, oh, you're laying down a bit. It's basically a fake how it's made.
while the second fan creates a vacuum fan to create a vacuum to suck up debris into the vacuum. A plastic housing covers the motor before it gets screwed. Then an extremely powerful man aggressively mounts and screws the vacuum fan in place with a nut. Oh, excuse me, I mixed up the script vacuum fetish video with this one. Let me try again. Then, an extremely powerful man aggressively mounts and screws the vacuum fan in place with a nut.
There's such a large part of me that's still enjoying watching these be assembled. I'm like, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Housing with a secrecy plate, so customers may never discover the magic of how a vacuum truly works.
All the fans.
We asked Thomas here how he thinks vacuums work, and he replied, "This is just my job. I don't give a fuck about vacuums." Haha, well said, Thomas. The vacuum's life support is plugged in.
What does that mean?
And then removed by a worker with opposing beliefs on right-to-die laws.
Holy fucking shit. Some of these are so heavy.
This machine injects the vacuum cleaners with their budget. Each vacuum cleaner should be given a budget proportional to their hard work input and creativity. But truthfully, each vacuum's budget depends entirely on their parents' budget.
It's so clever.
At another area of the factory, the rest of the vacuum is assembled, starting with inserting a plastic spout into the side of a big blue tub you can buy at your local hardware store. Then, the tub is filled with screws, instructions, and wheels for the customer to assemble. Remember when I said the factory assembles the rest of the vacuum? That was a lie. You're paying about $100 to do most of the assembly of cheap hardware store goods yourself.
That was a lie.
There's an entire man whose only job is to put this plastic piece inside of this plastic piece.
The humor's not lost on me to say, there's a man that's only job is to put these pieces. There's no way that guy just stands there and just A plus B. It's not guaranteed. That's not the case.
The vacuum's lid goes onto a hanging carousel, along with a paper filter. The factory struggled for months before production in deciding if a paper filter was too luxurious and extravagant for their consumer base to handle, but they decided to throw it in as a little treat. The head is put into an automated screw-driving machine, soon to be joined by the lid. This factory chooses to use minimal automation, and instead assembles most pieces by hand to help bolster the job market. Because of this company's profits compared to their competitors are down 36,000%. Hey, don't look at the camera.
They're down 36,000%. Either this guy's a comedy genius or he has writers, somebody helping him with these jokes, because they are all good, okay? They're all good.
Now the lid is put on the tank to protect it from javelin missiles and Molotov cocktails.
What the fuck are you talking about?
A quick double cheek spanking and off to the final stop. A check of all the electrical systems.
Oh my god. So I haven't seen this far.
If everything checks out A-OK, a vacuum picker robot places the vacuum in a cardboard box, which is marked up by 4,000% to make these devices worth their price tag.
Man, those machines are intense, huh?
Workers add extension wands, a hose, a nozzle, and about 40 other accessories, which you'll only end up using about 3 of.
You know, I saw this one with the lady. She just... do you think she's the one that prints these and puts them in there? Like, have one person committed to doing those. Again, I'm wondering, you know? I watched these for the informational value. I still want to know.
Including standard, tall, bottom shelf, future chrome, challenged, and obese. So now you can choose the right one for both sucking things up and sucking you off.
So that's pretty much it for that. I want to do more of these because this guy is hysterical and I love how it's made. So I guess this will be the beginning of reacting to his stuff unless I get a little message, and that message was like, hey, don't fucking react to my dude. This one was really fun to make. If you guys have something you want me to watch, let me know. I'll gladly make a video on it. And I am doing an Elden Ring playthrough for anyone that wants to watch that. I'll probably have a different page for that though. And if you like this content, go watch Hugbees. He's got a ton of these. He's hilarious. Outro's done by Nathan Graff. Good friend, great musician. Pocket Dial. Shit. Bye. God damn it, I'm not cut out for this stupid outros.